or its sponsors.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Calling 2.0. This is Jerry, and Valentina will not be joining us. She's actually taking care of a place in a faraway land. And so she's got a lot of things going on, but she'll be back. This is the life of a busy, busy, busy girl, I tell you. But she sends my love to everybody and says, Jerry's in charge finally. Alrighty then. And so tonight we have, ladies first, Stephanie Langers on, and with SquatchHERs or CriptidChix, and then Mark Cole. Is that how you say your last name, Mark? Cole?
It's Coley.
Coley. Oh,
yep.
okay.
French it up.
French it up a bit. Okay. So Mark Coley, French fries. Got it. And he's with Search for Spirits. And together, we're actually Minnesota ParaConnection. And we'll be doing the Paranormal Expo up in St. Cloud on September 30th. It's a Friday. And we're going to have tons of vendors on. Well, Mark, tell us a little bit about it.
So, wait, isn't September 30th a Saturday?
It is.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so it'll be at the St.Cloud Armory, and it'll be open to the public from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we'll have food vendors and a bunch of other vendors that we'll talk through in just a minute here. But it should be a good time. It'll be a lot of good folks there.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, that's one thing that's really cool about things like that is, you know, everybody gets to go and meet people that, you know, sometimes they don't, you know, they've never got the chance to meet them and to really talk to them about what they do. Right, Steph?
Well, absolutely. It's where people meet in the paranormal world. It's where we met all of people like, you know, Grant Wilson and all those guys. I can't even think of the names right now. Sorry. But Lauren Coleman, who gave me the idea for CriptidChix, and that's, you know, and just regular people who love the paranormal field. It's fun to talk to them, especially because they all have had some kind of experience usually when they go to these things, or they're wondering what we do, right?
Right. And it's a great way that, I mean, for all of us, be it Search for Spirits or for CriptidChix or Sim, we meet people and people sometimes, you guys know this, that people sometimes are very, well, not really wanting to put out that they have a paranormal problem or a cryptid problem or an alien sighting, and they just don't know who to talk about it. So what's better than to go to a paranormal expo, find people that are just as nutty as they are and sit down and break bread with them. And, you know, we found some really good cases from doing expos and stuff. And it's just so much fun to sit there and deal with people and to, you know, just to get everything going. It's fun.
And yeah, and you get really great stories. That's a really enjoyable part of that. Just hearing people's stories.
That's the best thing right there. I mean, stories from, you know, a visitation, be it of a cryptid or even of a ghostly type kind, all that stuff. It's just amazing. I don't have to tell anybody in the in the chat room, they've been through it all. Todd, he's been with us on a few things, and you know, I mean, everybody has done stuff.
Snooki has been with us a few times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Snooki.
Yeah.
Yep.
Snooki.
So
yeah.
she's kind of funny because it's like we're doing stuff and everything, and there's Snooks, and she's just so quiet. And then all of a sudden you hear this, anyway, it's cool.
We haven't seen Snooki for a while, so I hope you join us there.
Yeah, I hope
on the
she
30th.
does too. It's been too long a time.
Yeah. We've seen you in person.
Yeah, exactly. And Moofy, we'd love to see you there.
You can travel up here from Nebraska, can't you? It's not that far. Come on.
That's true.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun to meet you.
All right. So, Mark, you've got a list of some of the people that have bought tables, paid for tables there. Can you kind of tell us about some of them?
Right. Yeah. And you guys jump into, you'll know some of these folks better as well than I do, but I'll just go through the list kind of randomly. So Raven Faye is one of them. It's one of our first ones I have on my list.
Miss Josie.
And she's a Josie. Yep. She's a cryptid chick.
Yep.
With SquatchHERs there, or SquatchHER. Which one do you prefer to be called, SquatchHERs or CriptidChix?
CriptidChix.
CriptidChix. Okay.
It's the way. Yes.
It's the latest and greatest.
It's the latest and greatest version of us. We'll always be SquatchHERs, but we're CriptidChix. I'm still torn about changing that page name though. If we should change it to CriptidChix or leave it SquatchHERs, or I mean, what do we do? I don't know.
Well, can you put the CriptidChix in the title as well?
Oh yeah, I did put CriptidChix under SquatchHERs, but it's not
formerly known as SquatchHERs.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Yeah, so Josie is a part of CriptidChix, and she's a very talented Reiki healer. She's worked on me a few times, let me tell you. And she also does other things like witchy things, like she has little witchy herbal packages and stuff, and some I believe she has some stones to sell and maybe jewelry, I guess. I don't know, but she's got a lot of stuff. So come and see her, because I do think she does readings now too, because she's practiced on all of us long enough. So I think she'll be doing tarot readings too.
Well, that'll be fun.
So she's awesome, and she'll be right next to the CriptidChix table because we're all doing double duty. You know what I mean? So come and see us for sure.
That'll be cool. And I'll leave our groups to the end, and we can just talk a little bit about each if we want.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Boyd House is also going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know quite a few people have gone to the Boyd House, checked it out. And like they all say, some people, you know, will walk away, you know, especially people that have never done anything like that and say, there's nothing there. And then there's others that are, well, not
blown away.
That are blown away by it. Yeah. So I have never been there yet. Steph, you been there?
I have not, but we had the King Sisters Paranormal group on our radio show a few weeks ago, and they had just been there, and they raved about it. They said it was very active, and it was just a really cool experience. I think they stayed there for like 2 nights. It was a long time, you know? So yeah, no, they said it was very cool. So I guess that is someplace I would like to check out at some point. I think maybe.
Yeah, and we did a team event there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think we took maybe almost 12 people or 10, I don't know, whatever. There was a limit. And yeah, the place was crazy active. Well, in fact, I went thinking, you know, we'll investigate for, you know, a few hours, and then I'll be able to kick my feet up and just take notes and, you know, coast into midnight. And no, it was busy the entire time. Everybody had experiences. It was phenomenal.
So,
but then I hear some people don't hardly experience anything at all. So, an interesting place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I've never been to that one, and I don't know. There's so many places that I want to go to, but I myself, I'm not into the paranormal vacations. but I would never down them if anybody wanted to go to them and stuff. That's great, especially people that are new to the paranormal business. I mean, to be able to go in and to check out places like that is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
is.
agree.
It's good exposure.
Yep.
Right.
I think it would be fun if you haven't done it for, I even think it would be fun for us just because it'd be fun for the Minnesota ParaConnection group to go there. I'm just saying.
We
It'd
could
be
do
kinda
that.
fun. Yeah, I
We
think it
could
would be
certainly
kind
do
of
that.
fun. I don't think it's expensive. It's not like some of these places that charge huge amounts of money, right? So
Yeah, I don't remember it being.
it's pretty
horrible.
inexpensive, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I guess the hospitality, they have drinks in the refrigerator and snacks and the whole 9 yards. Leanne was telling us. So, wow, cool.
And it's funny, we went during COVID, so they had a lockbox on the door. We had a
Oh,
code. We didn't
nice.
see a single person, but that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean a
It was
lockbox
good.
on the door?
Just like the realtors have on
Yeah.
house.
So you just have a
basically,
combination to get in.
Yeah, you put the combination in, and then you got the key.
The key.
Because they didn't want to have contact with any of us diseased, investigators.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But no, you can't blame them. It
No.
it's different times, but
Yep.
Gotcha.
Sure.
So now Todd has a statement question. Get to the important stuff. Will the young girl who sold the delicious baked goods be at Faribault?
Yes, I think so,
Faribault?
right?
Yep, Paracon
Tegan's
St.Cloud.
coming.
Yep,
and
Tegan's Tasty Treats will be at St. Cloud there. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Mary the other day, and Mary's like, "Oh, Tegan, she's just so, into it. She'll be wearing her Sim shirt and all that other stuff." And it's like, yeah, I forgot we gave her one of those. Didn't
Very
that
we?
was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Very, very creative.
Yes.
That's pretty neat. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
looking forward to having them there.
Exactly.
And they had those really good pretzels that were dipped in caramel and chocolate too. Oh, yum.
Oh,
Anyway.
I know. Everybody that after Steph got hers, that went over to ask her questions, she wouldn't put it down. She was like, "Yeah, well,
it
was,
it was so good.
what-
It was
so
so
I got
good.
something in my teeth here,
Yep.
type of thing." But yeah, they will be there. And what's funny is that, as a matter of fact, CC in the chat room, which she's not there right now, I sent her a dozen cookies once.
Yeah.
And they were Tegan Tasty Treat. Yeah, they made it into a bunch of different ones, an assortment. And I can't remember. She had something strawberry something. She goes, "Oh my God, that was so delicious." Well, I wish she was here so I could ask her about that.
She's usually on.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
She must be busy tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there.
Cool.
All right.
So who's the next one, Mark?
Okay, so the next one is Northern Outer Realm Paranormal Society.
Now you know them.
Yeah, these guys we've known for years. They looked us up, and we had just gone to a haunted road in a cemetery, and they're like, "Hey, we've never been. You want to take us?" And then it's kind of we just really hit it off, and we've been on a bunch of investigations with them and Bigfoot hunts, and yeah, they're great. They're a fun group to hang out with.
What's the name of the group?
It's Northern Outer Realm Paranormal Society. So it's
Knops.
Gotcha. Because I know Eric Moen had one, which was
that was
Outer Realm.
Weird name.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not them. But
Yep.
Right.
I don't remember what that. Yeah.
Yeah, and these guys were at Faribault too.
Yep.
Which ones were they?
Well, they came out to dinner with us that night before the investigation, remember? I do believe they were on the investigation the night before too, weren't they?
I think they're on both, yeah. Yeah, it's Pat and Amanda, Diane, and I think, I'm trying to think who else was there. But,
yeah.
Yep, so they'll be there. All right, so the next one is Charvinity. You guys can talk to her.
Char.
Who is
Charlotte Savoy. Char.
Char who?
Charlotte. Oh, come on.
Kidding. I know who she is. Known her for years.
Everybody knows Char. Come on. Yeah. Char is really cool. She does readings. She does She does all
She's
kinds of
Reiki.
stuff.
She does all
She's
sorts of
Reiki.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't know if she'll be doing any healings there, but she might. I don't know. But she does it all too. And she'll have her goods for sale, I'm sure, like, whatever, all that cool stuff, all the paranormal stuff.
God, Steph. She's got a power tractor. She's got all sorts of stuff.
She's just got all kinds of stuff. No, but she has a lot of handmade stuff that's pretty cool. So she'll have that there, and I'm sure she'll do some readings. And I believe she's going to have a presentation with Greg Bakken, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Greg Bakken's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, I remember the first time I met him, and he was kind of shy back in those days, and that was at the Paranormal Affair down in Faribault.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first time that I met him and stuff. And yeah, I was impressed because there was no team out there that just did one way of doing things, and that was doing the ghost box. And yeah, I've heard of the ghost box, but not just that's all he did. And he pretty much was specialized in that. It's pretty cool. Now he's got a radio show and all
Mm-hmm.
sorts of stuff. And I think that isn't he going to be mentioning us on a lot of his shows or one of his shows?
It sounded like he wanted to interview us as well. So, and then he'll be talking it up.
Excellent.
So there you go. That's another person that'll be there. Ghostbox Radio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We kind of segued into that.
Yeah.
Anything else about those two that we want to go over?
They've been around for years. They're big with the Anderson House, the Grant House. They used to do a lot of stuff with Palmer House. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. But yeah, when they do something, they put their heart into it, and that's good to see.
It is.
Some of the paranormal people out there, and that they just don't take time to do that, and that's a good thing. So, who else we got?
So we also have Odyssey Paranormal Society coming.
Boo! No, I'm kidding. Mike's been a friend for years, and he's very excited about being there with his team. So yeah, he's got some equipment. Steph, he's got goggles that he just bought recently that you put on and you go out. Yeah. Oh my God. You would flip on these goggles. There's something else. And I kept telling him, I said, Mike, you got to be outside for that. It's not going to work inside of a house. And he thought it would, and it didn't. But he says, now they're going to be doing some cemeteries coming up. And that is going to be perfect for out there.
Does he have how many people? Does he have Does he have a team? I mean,
oh yeah, he's got a team. He's got like 4 or 5 people.
Okay, all right.
Sam and I can't remember the other guy's name. Have been with him forever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, he had at least 5 at that last event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Well,
now I didn't write this next one very well. It's the book Macro.
Oh, the author guy.
McCroskian. How do you say that?
I don't know. You wrote it down.
I don't know. It's that one that Russ just ran into.
I apologize. From what I understand, it's an author of supernatural books, right? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I apologize if you're listening. I butchered your name, but you're going to be there, and we're very grateful for that. And we'll get your name straight.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. I've never read his stuff, so I'm just trying to find what it is. But
if you look him up, but it's from what I can see, it's spelled MacroScian.
Yeah, I'm looking for him too. I thought I seen something about him.
Well, maybe we should talk about the next one, and I will look it up a little bit and see what I can find.
Let's do it. Yeah, the next one is Under the Bed Art.
And you know them, Jerry. I don't know them.
They used to be they used to come into my bar, Stashu's, many years ago. They are a trip. They're awesome. The husband, the wife, and the mom. and they make all sorts of stuff that you wouldn't believe. I mean, she even sold, she was selling, and she sold quite a bit of it, dirt from Ed Gein's grave.
Oh, I remember that. She was
Yep.
down in Humbird, right?
Yep, she was in Humbird. She was at, wasn't she over at Faribault?
I don't think so.
I thought
Oh.
so.
Oh,
No,
I
was
thought
she? Or,
I don't remember now.
I don't think so, because I think she forgot about it, and then by the time she was going to sign up, we were already oversold. Remember, because I kind of oversold last year,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
worked. But
was
you
she
know,
at the Duluth Paracon? I think I've seen them more than
oh
once. Live in
maybe,
Humbird, so.
maybe.
Oh yeah, they were in Duluth. Yep, you're right. That's right. They were there.
So,
But yeah, they've got
So-
some stuff. I mean, that, wow, you know, you take a look at it and you're like, what is that? You know, everything from replicas of like Ed Gein's, ladies' lamps
Mhm.
made
and
from their
skin
skin.
suits and stuff. Do they do that?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's great.
it's
Hey.
some crazy stuff.
Do
And
they
it's
have dolls?
perfect. It's coming right before, it's the month
Halloween.
before Halloween. Yeah, just come and buy some creepy stuff. It'd
Oh
be
yeah, I mean,
great.
major creepy stuff.
And I'm sure there'll be lots of candy out on all the tables for people to come by, right?
Yeah.
Think so. I would think so.
Okay, so this author, his name is Dean Lappy, and he's of Macroscience Books, and he is a graduate of SCSU and currently residing in Chicagoland. He is the author of a 4-book horror fantasy series called The Elf Null Chronicles.
The
Yeah,
what?
he's actually from here then.
No,
SCSU.
Chicago. Yeah.
No, I know, but I mean St. Cloud State University is
Oh,
SCSU.
oh, that's
So-
SCSU. Okay.
I mean, it's the only one I know. So
Well, I was thinking of South Carolina State University, but okay, you're probably
go.
right. I don't know. I have no idea, but yeah, that may be, who knows? But anyway, so he's coming from Chicago, so that's fun.
and what was his first name?
Dean Lappy.
Yeah,
So-
Dean. If you're listening, I apologize for butchering.
Yeah,
your-
sorry.
Yeah, my bad.
People will love to see you, I'm sure. You know, it'll be fun to see your books.
That'll be cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then we also have Twin Cities Paranormal Society.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've done quite a bit of things with TCPS, and it'll be good to see them again. Though they've
Mhm.
changed a little bit. Some of the people that I knew, like Brady and all them, they're no longer with the team.
Oh, Brady's
So-
not with them anymore? Oh, I didn't know
No.
that. Oh,
No, he retired from it.
oh.
So, and who else was there? Brady, and well, I can never remember that one guy's name. The older guy was a little bit heavy. He had Russian name.
I don't know. I just knew
Victor.
Brady and Prose, you know. My friend Brad Prose is the one I grew up with. His wife was on that team too.
Oh, Tam Pros.
Yeah, Tammy. Yeah, Tammy.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yep. Pretty much everybody's been on that team,
I know.
You
I
know.
know.
but they've been around for a very, very long time.
Mm. I
Yeah.
don't think they've been around as long as Sim, has they? Maybe a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, they have been
Okay.
by about
A year or two?
5 or 6 years.
Oh, really? That long?
Yeah.
Okay. Guess
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
we're taking.
They are
up-
also a member of the Ghost Hunters family too, right?
Oh yeah,
Like, they have, like,
TAPS.
Taps, yeah.
Members of TAPS. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't. What do you think, Steph? I mean, do you
Mm.
think we should have turned that?
No,
Nope.
Nope.
No.
nope.
It's-
And it's the
To be
it's the-
honest, folks, I've been with Stephanie for a long time. She doesn't like people telling her what to do.
that's right.
No.
Nobody, you know, and here's the thing: when we started our cryptid group too, you know, everybody kept saying, "Well, maybe you should be a BFRO member," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, nobody's going to tell me what to do." So yeah, no, because even Carter said, "Steph, maybe you should be," and I'm like, "No." Matt Moneymaker said the same thing. I'm like, "No, I'm good. We're good."
No. And
Too
that's
much
okay.
control.
There's nothing wrong with that, because a person has to find their own way through life, through paranormal, through cryptid,
Yep.
all that stuff, you know?
And it's better just to have them to call when you run into something cool, you know, like Carter did help SquatchHERs a lot when we first got started. I mean, he was our mentor, you know, And I remember texting Matt a few times too and said, what do you think about this? You know, so yeah, it's good to have them as mentors, but I don't necessarily want to be one of those, a member of that boys club. Can I just say?
That's
Right.
not the spirit.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next one?
Well, and then we're going to segue right into another squatching group, and they're called Squatching Country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about these guys.
I don't know if they're squatchers though. I think they sell stuff, don't they? Are they also a team? I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I think Russ met them up at
Bigfoot Days.
At the Bigfoot Days.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out more.
Yeah.
There's our mystery guest.
Mystery guest
to St. Cloud, and
I think they have a bunch of cool merchandise. This is from what I understand when I went to their webpage. But I didn't really look at it. But they have lots of cool stuff. So I don't know if they actually get out in the field or not. But cool. So, I would love to see another cryptid team up there. But
I put my hand up trying to get in.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So they have thousands of stories, pictures about Bigfoot encounters. Can people be wrong? Either way, the great outdoors, and all unexplored. So, yeah, they've actually made a book. It's sort of like a kid's book called Sammy Squatch. When I grew up.
I have heard of that. I have heard of that. Yep.
And they actually sell things mostly. It's called Badass Biker Hot Sauce, and it's got a Bigfoot on the cover of it. What else we got all sorts of things, from key rings to oh my God, you know. They've got a ton of stuff. They have an Etsy store.
Ooh,
if you wanted to check it out, go to.
Oh, there you go. So you could go look and then just go buy.
If you go to Squatching Country, they have an Etsy store, and check it all out and stuff.
Yeah, there you go. So they'll be there. So that'll be fun. So there's a lot of people that's going to have a lot of cool stuff to buy. You know, I hope somebody sells tarot cards and oracle cards and stuff.
I'm sure Char will have that. I hope so. I'll put a bug in her ear.
Yeah, bring some decks, because I would like to buy one or two or three.
And I did have to ask Cece about the cookies that were sent from Tegan's, not Tatty Treats, Tasty Treats. She said very good. They are big cookie in the little shape.
A big cookie taste and a little shape.
Oh, okay. That's what she was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm excited for the pretzels, because that was my favorite thing.
Yeah. You see Steffi with a pretzel in her hand.
Well, I don't
try
have
to get a word in. Yeah, just follow her around and stuff. My God, the Squatching Country people have a million things. I went to their Instagram site.
Oh.
And they're just crazy amount of stuff they have there. It's nuts.
I think they got a couple tables, didn't they? I seem to remember Russ saying.
I think they did, yeah.
I don't know if they got 2 or 3. I mean, they got a lot. They got a lot of them. So,
well, and that's another thing. I mean, we've got room for a lot of tables, so there'll be a whole lot more vendors joining us. Mm-hmm. Like I said, there'll be a couple food vendors to feed the masses. It'll be great.
To feed the masses.
Feed the masses.
I mean, but no coffee vendor. But there's a coffee shop near there, right?
Kind of. I have one last person to check with and see if they could come and set up.
But there is a place we can get some before we get there, right?
Oh, yeah. St. Cloud has a ton of coffee shops. So come on up to St. Cloud. It's at the Armory. There's a lot of parking. It's going to be a lot of tables with great people. I didn't mention that it's a $7 entry fee, and 12 and below in age is free. So
there you go.
Plenty of hotels up here if you guys are coming from a distance. It'll be great. Come up and meet us.
And can I just say that this is the only paranormal conference in Minnesota this year?
That's amazing.
You know, I went to go look that up because I wanted to make sure that was accurate.
It is.
And I don't see anything else coming.
That's it.
you know.
This is
And
it.
one of the food vendors I wanted there so bad, it was Sasquatch sandwiches, and they're no longer around.
Mm.
Oh,
What an awesome,
Darn.
awesome
Squatch witches would have been great.
Scott witches.
Squatch
Well,
witches.
Squatch. Well, that would be for, like, you know, pagan ones.
Oh,
Okay, whatever.
okay.
All right.
Watch
And then,
Sammy. How about that?
yeah. Well, listen, we're going to go to break, and then we'll be back babbling some more, because actually this is supposed to be the paranormal babble.
Paranormal babble.
So we'll be right back, everybody, in about 2 minutes. This is Jerry with the Calling 2.0, along with two other members of the the
Minnesota ParaConnection.
There you go.
There's that.
Being Mark Coley, and Stephanie Langer. And and hey, if you guys are wondering what happened in the first part of the show, well, guess what? You can go to www.thecallingradioshow.com, or if you wait till tomorrow, you can actually go to YouTube, The Calling Radio 2, or The Calling 2.0, and you'll be able to see it. Why? Because we're videotaping.
My God.
Which is pretty cool. Love to do this. You can see what everybody looks like.
you can come and see our beautiful faces.
That's
Beautiful faces with sunshiny face. What is it? I don't know. But anyway, so one of the best places that you can go to listen to paranormal or cryptid or anything like that is ParaX. So make sure you come to www.paraxradionetwork.com and check it out. I mean, they've got all sorts of really good shows. They have right after us is Exploring the Paranormal with Shauna of Geeks. And Tuesday nights, of course, Stephanie and Heidi of The Gathering. They sit around a big old table and talk about all sorts of really pretty cool stuff. And not just paranormal. It can be pretty much anything, even true life stuff. So check it out. They're on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on www.paraxradionetwork.com. You know what? Well, next time I'm on your show, I'm going to talk over you, honey.
Hey, you know what?
So there. You know, Mark Cooley said he was going to do the same thing.
I'm going to talk over all of you.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
We all kind of do it to each other. We're pretty awful to have all three of us on the same thing, I got to say.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
good.
Todd just checked.
Because we like to talk about real life.
There you go. Okay, so anyway, Todd just checked, and he said, no para-unity this year. I just checked. I can't complain, though. I got to go to Michigan Paracon 2 weeks ago. You know, for some reason, somebody told me that the Michigan one was not going to be. Obviously, it was. That's pretty cool.
I think Sarah Lemos was there. I would like to meet her someday.
Who?
Sarah Lemos. She's a psychic. She's cool. She's really cool. She teaches a lot of classes online, and she was at that Duluth one you guys were at, because Ladora and Jade had readings from her. Sarah Lemos. And she's also on that, she's also on a couple travel channel shows, The Ghosts of something.
Christmas
a ghost
Past?
town. No, there's a town out in, I think it's Montana, that somebody bought, and it's crazy active. And so they were all there a year ago or so. Well, now there's a whole new season starting. So that'll be fun to watch.
Huh. Mark, what's your favorite type show? Is there?
We do so many investigations. I kind of stopped watching. I don't have a lot of time for it now.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so I know that's dull, but
no, I don't watch any shows either. I really don't. I mean, if it's somebody that's going to be on my show, I'll watch it and everything. Other than that, I always feel that just for me anyway, I don't want to get what they have going on stuck in my head. So I'm at a paranormal event or at an investigation, and all of a sudden I'm thinking the same thing's about to happen, which is very different. Plus, too, a lot of, I got to say this, that a lot of shows, people will do the same thing over and over again. When did you die? Stuff like that. When did you die? They don't know they're dead. They're walking around and you're trying to tell them they're dead. I would hit you with a frying pan.
There is that one, though, that's very different. And there are two that started out with ghost hunters, and I can't remember the name of it because I've only watched it a couple of times because I don't really watch those either. But I happened to click in on it once. She's the redhead, the redhead, and then that.
Oh, Amy Bruni?
Yes. What's the name of that show?
Adam Berry.
And Adam. We met him at Paracon years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they were awesome.
They were awesome because I had to keep giving them chocolate because they were behind our booth. Remember?
It was so funny because Adam was sitting next to me at Duluth Para-Unity thing, and it was everything from can I get more of that chocolate?
Oh yeah. Big chocoholics.
Can I plug my phone in? Because I had the flash fish there and stuff. It was he was really a nice guy.
Yeah,
really nice guy. And I got to say too, I was really hoping that Dave Schrader was going to be at our event, and he's not able to make it. He was hilarious up there in Duluth, and his daughter was such a little charmer. She was just such a great kid, and really helping out. So that would have been fun to have him there, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe.
But it'll be a fun time, I think. And the stories are what CriptidChix like to do town halls events that we call Squatch Chats. And the funnest part for us is talking to everybody and hearing their stories. And it's like they can't wait to get these stories off their chest because they wouldn't tell normal people, right? It's such a relief for them to talk to people who can understand. You know what I mean?
We're as weird as they are.
That's right. Who are as weird as they are. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
So an example of that, Russ and I were up north and we were just talking to people. We're talking to this one guy and he's talking about all these different experiences that he's had and his grandmother and just his friends. And he called us kooks. He's like, you guys are kooks. And I'm like, that's awesome.
I haven't heard that for a long time.
From one kook to another, I guess. Yeah. He really, he had some great stories, but.
Yep. So and I love to hear what they say. Jerry, remember that big, tall mountain guy that we met up in International Falls when we did
Dave.
Dave, right? Yep. So years later, fast forward to like 2020 or 2021, I don't remember. And so CriptidChix are up in this faraway bar up in the middle of nowhere doing this town hall. And here walks in Dave. And I kind of looked at him because and he said, I just had to meet these wild women in the woods that run out there and look for Bigfoot. and he started talking and he has this contagious storytelling, and Katie and I looked at him and we said, hey, we met you in International Falls 10 years ago. Oh, that was you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, and then he goes on and on and on and on and on. He's something. You have to have at least an hour to talk to him. I know he left me a message a while back. I need to give him a call. But yeah, he's fun. I mean, we meet a lot of people, that are just awesome.
That is true. No, before we forget, Mark, is there more people on the list?
So I ran through the current vendors and saved our groups if you want to talk about them.
Do what?
Saved our groups for last.
Saved our groups for last if you want to talk about them.
Okay. Who's the group?
Well, so there will be CriptidChix, and we've mentioned them. We can mention more. There'll be SIMCREW. There'll be Search for Spirits. Is that it?
And Jeffro Paulson.
Oh,
is going to be there. Jeffro does cord cutting.
And he's not on the list yet, so
why? Because I think he did, but I don't think he sent like a business card or whatever to put on the website.
I'll get
So
on
if you
him
talk
on
to
that.
him, you should do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I will.
and you know, Russ maybe needs to update a couple.
Yep.
That's just what we have right now. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I tell you, if nobody's had a cord cutting or know what a cord cutting is, it's a way to relieve yourself of things that bother you from the past, present, or even things that are going to happen in the future. It's an amazing type of thing for someone to do. This guy is phenomenal at it. When he tells you to close your eyes and get ready, then when he tells you to open them and you see a 7-inch dagger sticking right towards your head, it jolts your whole body. And then when he goes through the cord cutting ceremony, it is amazing. You feel it drop right off you. Also, too, there's another person that I do believe he's going to show, and I do want to say his name, and that's Bobby Sullivan, who's been a friend of mine for years, and Reiki master and aura. He's got an aura machine, and he loves to do aura pictures. And hopefully, Bobby will be there. I'm pretty sure. I wanted to get that in so that other people then now can push him a little bit too to make sure he's going to be there. But he's amazing on what he can do. So that would be really I do believe that last we talked, it looked good. So, so there.
But we do have room if there's people out there that would like to sign up to be at the ParaConnection as a vendor, give us a jingle. If you can get a hold of Jerry through the calling, because we have a really big space. So, we can add more vendors. So do get a hold of us. It's a good deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. How many vendors is it that then?
I don't know. And, we shouldn't even talk numbers because I think Russ has some in the wings maybe, but he's been out of town. So I don't really know who else. I think there are a few others that he was waiting for some things for. I don't know if it was contracts or checks or whatever, but there are.
And I think there's a second push we need to do too, and we'll gather more up then as well.
Yep. Because last year, the vendors really started going crazy like a couple of weeks before the conference. So, yeah, it'll happen. I mean, because I oversold last year and it was really tight. Remember, it was like, oh my God, but we managed and it was super fun.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the next, Steve B is asking, when is the next Paracon? Pretty much it's not really, we're doing a Paranormal Expo up in St. Cloud on September 30th, Stephen. And that's the only one that's in Minnesota that we've been able to find. So if you'd like a table, they're pretty inexpensive. Yeah. What is it? One table for
40 and 2 for 60, right?
Right. Yeah. So they're pretty inexpensive. Yeah. Todd says Adam Berry, by the way, was insane.
He is insane.
Think hyperactive ferret on 4 Loko and meth trapped in an episode of Glee.
Wow. Well, who I think of as crazy is Grant Wilson, and I miss him. Remember, we used to see him every year at Paracon, and he was just such a sweetheart. I mean, oh my God. He called us his para family, right? And this was his favorite thing of the year was to come to Manoman and visit with all his paranormal family, and he was fun and big hugs. And, we used to all go to the bar and, it was just fun. He was just a real fun one.
Who's that?
Grant Wilson.
Oh, Grant Wilson.
Yeah.
I'll still never forget the day that we won't talk about that. I don't think Brad wants.
So, Mark, you should lead the charge and talk about Search for Spirits.
Okay, so Search for Spirits, we primarily go to homes or businesses and just help people with their spiritual issues. We've been doing it. I don't know, we had our 10-year anniversary last year, so Russ and I have been together for quite a while doing this. Occasionally we'll do recreational investigations, especially like as team building events and to test new equipment. But yeah, house calls are kind of our primary bread and butter.
That's awesome.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Helping people.
Yeah, with weird problems.
Yeah, with weird problems.
Yeah. my favorite thing, just real quick, my favorite thing in going to a lot of these places is they always lead out with, "You're not going to believe this," or
Yeah.
you know, this is, and we're all like, "Oh, we've heard and seen that and more." So go
Yes.
ahead. Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Jerry, you should talk about the SIMCREW.
SIMCREW, well, we've done a lot of changes over the time. We've added a member. We've lost a couple members, and one member, George, we lost him a year ago to cancer. And you know, we all know that George is still there, though. He's, you know, he's trying to find us now, and I think he's found us a couple times. George was a great guy. We did have Mike had to leave the team, which was, to me, a big bummer because he was such a great guy. He was so much fun, but he had health problems, so he had to leave. But now I'm the only guy on the team.
You are.
So we were thinking of changing it to Jerry's Paranormal Angels,
Oh,
but
no, we're
nobody would
not.
allow that.
No.
Understandable.
Understand.
But the SIMCREW has been around since 2010, right?
2010, yep,
yeah.
13 years.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see now. Steve said, who's promoting this? Actually, we are, Steve, when it comes to Search for Spirits, SquatchHERs / CriptidChix, and Sim. We're all promoting it together. Todd's asking, met Grant once in Menominee. The one thing that held Paranomicon at the Mabel Tainter Theater. Nice guy.
Yeah, he's fun. I really like Grant. He's
Sure.
just a wild thing. Man, that boy is just something else. But yeah.
Oh, and Steve's asking for you, Mark. I sent some my spray to Search for Spirits. Did it work for you guys?
You know, Russ had mentioned that, and I remember him bringing it along. I
don't know if
he'd be a better one to answer that, to be honest with you. Whether, you know, like I said, I think we got it and he had brought it along, but.
Gotcha. Well, I do have to say that we had a lady call us a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and we had to go back to her place in Stillwater. And it's been 10 years since we've been to her place. And we gave her everything that she needed to take care of the problem. Well, all of a sudden it came back. And so we brought Steve's spray with. And she asked, are you going to do a smudging? And I'm like, well, we can do it. You guys are in a basement apartment. The best thing I'm going to think is using this spray. Then I told her about the spray and I left it with her. And when we were there, we sprayed the area that everything was happening at. Even our newbie, the new person we brought that day, we asked her to walk in there, did not tell her anything about it. And she's like, wow, I feel such pressure in my head and like a pulling. I said, where's the pulling coming from? She goes, well, in the corner. I said, but on your body, where do you feel it? She goes, it's like it's pulling, you know, right around my chest and head area. It's pulling towards the other way. And that's what they were having problems with, and we were too, 10 years ago. So we took the spray, we sprayed it around, and we went back out front and was just talking about anything but paranormal. That's my new thing now. When we go into a place, we don't talk about paranormal. We don't talk about who's haunting it, you know, all that other stuff. We just talk like we're friends and maybe say things like, you know, I would bash down this wall here because it'd bring it open for certain things. Ghosts don't want to hear that. that you're going to be remodeling their place or that you're buying it and stuff like that. And we started getting reactions. But that spray, when we went back in, there was nothing left. And we let everybody go in one at a time so they can, really check it out themselves and everything. And that was pretty amazing. That spray, Steve, boy, I just love that stuff. And I should probably get a couple more bottles of that because I'm down to one bottle left. Because it's.
So you didn't use sage or anything?
No, we didn't use sage. We were going to, but she had a new kitty. Oh, that's a Palo Santo.
You just need such a tiny bit, and it's fabulous.
I like the
Santo powder. It's great.
Yep. And who told you about that?
Your co-host,
Valentina. Yep.
Valentina.
Yep. So I had to go get it, and
yeah,
Bad Spirits. They just didn't like it, and they didn't like it at all. And they've been using it now. I told them to use it once a week around their apartment and everything. And I said, just a spritz. You don't need a spray, just a spritz. So, and they've been doing good. So, but yeah, the Palo Santo stuff, you should use it more, Steph.
I love the smell. Casey can't stand it.
Not around me, I can't stand it either.
You can't either?
I can't.
It's not, I can handle it, but I like my sage.
I like it a lot. I know I did. I used some out when we were at our condo last time because I always like to smudge really good and get out bad energy. And poor Deborah just sat there and she said, "Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with it." And I'm like, "Why didn't you say I wouldn't have used it?" And she said, "It's all right." But then 2 days later, I can still smell that Palo Santo.
You're only supposed to use a little bit of it.
I did. It was just I had a stick, and I just barely used it. But yeah, she was like, "Oh my God, Steffi," but whatever. So yeah, I can't believe you didn't use anything though and really smudge.
No, with his spray, there's a lot of times, Steph, that we won't use smudge and all that other stuff where his spray seems to really work. And that's pretty good, especially when you have people where there's little kids and stuff like that they don't want to smell all that burning stuff in the
sage is pretty hard to take some time inside, I think,
Well, so is that poofy stuff.
Oh no, that stuff smells good. No, I like sage.
Everybody raise your hand if you can't stand the smell of that.
Mark's not gonna.
Right here, Movie even says, which is bad for cats, sage or Palo Santo.
I don't think
actually, really cats and dogs, animals, do not need none of that. They don't need to be saged. They do not need to be Palo Santo'd either. They don't need that. They have a natural to it. But yeah, that stuff, it can work on anything, It could even work on you, Movie.
Yes.
So I think that sounds like a good alternative. Like you said, there's some places you just can't sage, whether it's cluttered up. Some places are so packed with stuff you don't want to sage because you don't want to burn the place down, or like you said, it's like an apartment. You can't sage the entire apartment complex. So,
exactly.
Yeah, that sounds like a good.
You can walk through the hallways though and spritz it.
We've actually walked through the hallways in an apartment building, and we saged that whole complex. It was interesting.
And people just thought somebody has been smoking a joint, right?
Yeah, they didn't care. You could hear the Cheeto bags opening. It was great.
God, you guys.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. So, what else are we going to talk about, Jerry?
Well, I don't know, but I'm curious. Okay, now this is a personal thing I'm asking you guys. Do you guys have trouble sleeping? Because I do. I go to sleep and then I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up. I have to get up and fart around on my phone.
Fart around.
Okay. Get on my phone and start playing games and stuff. But I went out and bought this Delta 9 THC gummies. Okay, I'm gonna try these. I've never tried this for sleep. It says just to take a half of one 2 hours before you go to bed. I'm just curious if anybody's ever tried it, you know, and if it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Florida water works too. I forgot about Florida water. Yeah, I have used Florida water.
Where did you use Florida water?
Well, that's something that Kristen had one time when we were all together, and yeah, it's very strong. It has a very strong scent, but I do think it works. I do think it works really good, actually. So that's another thing you can use. I forgot about Florida water. Thank you, Sherry. I completely forgot about Florida water, but that works as well. There's a lot of different things, and some you can even use crystals, right? You don't really need any of this. You can use crystals, and it's all about the intention, really. To shove it all out, get out that bad energy, and let in the good.
Right. Well, I stick with Steven and his spray. That's the way I am. But Steve, you should get a table.
He says you should use his spray, and then you'll sleep good.
There you go.
I've tried that. For something weird reason, it's the only thing it won't keep me sleeping. I've tried it. Believe you me,
Mercury is in retrograde. Is this a new problem?
No, this has been happening for years, and I get really tired. Like right now, I'm yawning.
Stop that!
Stop that! And not
pretty soon I'll be on the floor sleeping because I'm tired too. I've had a really busy day, but yeah, cool. Well, yeah.
What's in the spray? Frog powder and bat lips. Gross.
And tar water. What is tar water? People talk about tar water too, and I don't know what that is.
Tar water. I can't remember what it's all.
Something to do with pine trees, right? So they use pine tree tar. I don't know. Oh, is it time to go? It's time to go.
Time to go. Well, thank you everybody for joining us and listening. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mark. That's awesome. You came on, Stephanie.
Thanks for having
me. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, ParaX. Thank you, Sarge. You're the best. And for all the troops that are listening and stuff, hey, thank you very much. And everybody, if you get a chance, September 30th, get to St.Cloud Armory. Have some fun. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
All righty.
Are we still being recorded?
Oh, 1 second.
We are. So don't say anything crazy.